So when you're trading football on Betfair, a goal goes in, markets go suspended, and you'll see the markets reset to new prices. And this might seem a little bit random, but it's not actually random at all. And it's actually quite simple to predict. And because of this, it's actually very easy to plan your trades before kickoff, so you know your upside and you know your downside. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. Go grab a nice cold beer and let's get into it. So we're inside the football trading simulator, and this is why I say this is a great tool for football traders who are both beginners and also the more advanced. Now, beginners are really going to love what I'm going to show you here. So if you are about to trade a match, and if you're obviously new to the markets, you might not necessarily know your upsides and your downsides. So what you can do on this football trading simulator is you could go to manual mode. Now, you might have seen us use the simulation mode in other videos, but there is the manual mode. Now, when you're on manual mode, you can just put in the teams and put in the actual prices from the upcoming match that you wish to trade. Then you can practice strategies and get an idea of how they might play out. So let's just say we wanted to do the old chestnut of backing unders at the start of the match, okay, with £100 stake. We obviously know if a goal goes in when we're exposed in the market, then we're going to get a loss, but we can figure out just how bad that loss could potentially be. So what we can look at is, let's say we want to back unders at kickoff, and we reckon that this match with Egypt and Belgium, don't worry about how the real match turned out. This match with Egypt and Belgium, it might be goalless until 25 minutes, okay? So let's put it in at 25 minutes. So if we can get to 25 minutes with no goals, we should expect to make around a £28 profit. Now, these matches are all real matches, real prices, and so it's extremely reliable, give or take a tick or two, right? So we know that we can get that price down to 1.47. We could lock in £28 if we make it goalless, okay, by the 25th minute. Now, what if a goal goes in? Now we want to know what that's our upside. That's what we're aiming for. Now, what if a goal goes in? Okay. Now we can put in a goal, and we can put in a goal to anyone. Let's just say Belgium took the lead on the 24th minute. Okay. So we're 1 minute away from exit, and we get to the 24th minute, and we can see that that goal goes in, 1-0 to Belgium. We would be looking at a red screen of £23. Okay. Now, let's go back to the start of the match. And as I said, we can test this out to try and work out all sorts of different scenarios. Let's say the goal from Belgium or Egypt or anyone comes a little bit earlier. Let's say that goal comes in at around 14 minutes. Okay. And we want to exit as soon as that goal goes in. So let's go to 14 minutes and see what the potential damage is. Okay. So now it's £36. So we obviously know that the earlier the goal comes, the worse it is for us. Okay. So let's look at what could be our very worst case scenario. A goal in the very first minute, and we can bring this back to kickoff on the match clock. Goal in the very first minute, and let's just go to minute 1 and see what that does to us. Okay, you're looking at a loss of £48. So we could plan out this over and under 2.5 goals trade, knowing that that's our biggest downside, okay, the £48, which some people you know, it actually might be quite a relief to see that, because you're going into the market with £100 at risk. A lot of people, especially when they're beginners to trading, sometimes panic and think that the whole £100 is at risk, but that's not the case when you're trading. If you're going to exit after the first goal, actually your risk is only £48, and we can very quickly see that on the simulator. Okay, now we know if we get to our target of 25 minutes, we can collect £28. So you need to decide whether you like the look of that, okay? Whether you like the look of that, whether you think it's worth the risk. Obviously, this is going to be in combination with your research. You're going to do your pre-match research. You're obviously going to follow the match in play. You're going to be keeping track of it and keeping track of the XG. If the match starts fast, you could just abandon the trade, and you could just be getting out after 5 minutes and just take maybe £4 and move on. But if it is a slow start and you want to stay in till 25 minutes, you're looking for £28, okay? We know our worst case scenario was the £48 of risk, and we could actually see how long it would take us to stay in the market by moving this clock forward to make £48 locked in. And so you maybe have to stay in till around probably the 41st minute, right? And then that gives you that risk reward ratio of, we're risking £48 if that goal goes in right away. But if we make it to 42 minutes, we can make £49. But look, anyway, this is, we're getting ahead of ourselves. The main idea behind this is to show you that you can use that football trading simulator to plan out your trades on an upcoming match and see how this match could play out. You can look at your very worst case scenario and your best case scenario, and then you can run this trade multiple times. And real quick, I do have some good news for those who like the look of this simulator, want to get hold of it. We do have copies available now. Previously, you had to get on a waiting list and it wasn't always available, but it is available to get now, and there is a link in the description for you to grab it. It works right away via Microsoft Excel. So if you've got Microsoft Excel, it will work right away. If not, you should also grab that. You just upload the file and you can get going, and you can do exactly what you're seeing on this video and much, much more. Okay, practice your football trading, test new strategies, basically just save time and save money with the whole thing. And you can trade a whole match within seconds, as you are seeing. Okay, so it's a really great tool for football traders. If you are trading football and you are new to this, or even intermediate, and you want to test some stuff out, this is the solution for you. As I said, link is in the description. You can get it right away. You get lifetime access, so you get it to keep forever. So yeah, link is in the description. Anyway, let's get back to it. And so it's all well and good putting in the goal times and obviously looking at our worst case and best case scenario, but we might also want to know how the match could potentially play out. Now, remember, the way the simulator works, these are all real matches. So in the background, obviously on the front end, you're going to see that this is Egypt versus Belgium. Okay. However, on the back end, this is taking another match with these exact same probabilities. So it's exact same probabilities of a team at 5.7, a team at 1.76, 3.9, and then also with the goal market. So it's the exact same probabilities, and it's going to replace that match. And we can actually use the simulation mode to then see how this match could play out. So we go to simulation mode like I've done there. Then we click on simulate chosen match, and this will simulate the match as accurately as possible based on the probabilities and based on the odds. Okay, I just want to make it clear, it's not random, it's based on actual real matches, actual real probabilities, because of course when you are trading you need to work with the real probabilities. Okay, if you were to run this trade and then Egypt win this match 10 out of 10, that's not realistic, is it? But we do know that we're going to go with the real probabilities, with Belgium winning this 56.8% of the time. But we can see how our trade would play out. Okay, so let me just scroll down. Let's try the same one of backing under 2.5 goals. And then we were aiming to get to 25 minutes, right? Or next goal. So let's press next goal. Oh, well, that's not very good, is it? So yeah, this match would have been one of our worst case scenarios. Okay, Belgium taking the lead on the first minute, and then we would press the cash out. Yeah, we would take the loss there. Okay, and so you can get a very quick idea of whether you would want to use this strategy on this match, just even based on this. Okay, we're not saying this will happen in the real match, but this is obviously, if this starts to happen a lot in your pre-match simulation, then of course you might want to not risk it in the real match. Okay, and based on that, we can obviously see maybe a later draw would be a better angle for this one. But anyway, we click on simulate chosen match, and then we can simulate this again, and we can see how the next trade would play out. So let's press next goal. So this would have been a 0-0. Okay, so we would have got to our 25 minutes and we would have been able to lock in our £28, and that would have been a profit, and it would have been a 0-0. Okay, so let's try again. Simulate chosen match. As said, it's totally random. So let's try again on this one. We'll press the next goal. And that goal came quite late. So it would have been a late breakthrough. Again, Belgium taking the lead, but we would have been able to take a profit on this one. Okay, so if you did want to really practice a match before it kicks off, you could run your trade through a bunch of times to see if your trade would have been a winner or not. Let's try again. Okay, well, let's go on under 2.5 goals. We'll press next goal, see when that first goal arrives. And again, that worst case scenario is cropping up again, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, you would take that loss and you would exit out on this one. Let's try another one. So that's like 2 wins, 2 losses with this. And you might not want to do this strategy on this match, right? So let's try again. Next goal and another early goal. Okay, so yeah, you would take it out. And so we've learned a lot from this, and look at what we've seen so far from these simulations. It's Belgium taking the lead almost every single time. So if we were to run through those matches and back Belgium or lay the draw, or even just lay Egypt or something like that, then we would have had 5 wins out of 5, apart from the 0-0 actually. Sorry, yeah, 4 wins out of 5. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. Okay, and so we can very quickly see that strategy for this match, back in unders, probably not the one. Let's try one more. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wow. Another early goal. So you would think that we've done something in the back end to put in all these early goals, but it really is. It's selecting matches which fit the probabilities, but these matches are then selected at random. And so it just shows you could easily get a bunch of matches in a row with early goals. And the bottom line is, it's probably shown you that this match, if it was coming up and you were thinking of trading it by backing unders, you probably got a very good idea maybe not to do it. Okay, that's not to say that's how the real match is going to turn out, but you've got enough evidence here to tell you, yeah, let's maybe look for a different strategy to use on this one. And we keep seeing Belgium taking the lead, so yeah, anyway, that's something to look for. But anyway, the whole point of this video is to show you how you can use the simulator to plan your trades on real upcoming matches before those matches kick off. And you've got a very good example there. And of course, it is just as simple as said, you go to the manual mode and then you put in the details of the match. The more prices you can put in, the more accurate it will be. And then you're good to go. And you can test it by putting in the goal times yourself, or you could test it by having the simulator simulate that match based on exact same markets that have happened in the past. So anyway, as said, look, this is a fun tool. This is a very, very fun tool. You'll have hours of fun testing all sorts of scenarios and obviously testing your upcoming trades. And as said, the link is in the description if you want to grab it. Previously, you had to be on waiting lists and it was hard to get hold of. It's not so hard anymore. You could get this right away. As said, you upload it inside Microsoft Excel and you're good to go right away. So if you've got Microsoft Excel, you're ready to go. Otherwise, get Microsoft Excel. It's not like it's expensive. And you can get going on this right away. And as said, you're going to have fun till the cows come home. Okay, I got it right this time. Okay, so anyway, that shows you that. As said, hours of fun with the football trading simulator. And so if you did want to see this software being used to create and then test a football trading strategy for the over 3.5 goals market, then this video on the screen is going to take you through every step of the way. We ended up testing a few different variations with varying results, and you can see how it went, and you can also get some very good ideas from it. So click on that video if you want to see the whole thing, and I'll see you in that next video.